So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin with as good a rivalry as there's been the last decade or so. Baltimore playing host to their AFC North rivals, Pittsburgh. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. Traquan Smith, a touchdown reception. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Nyheim Hines, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, on the other side, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
6 yards left on second down. Now Wilson. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Wilson. On the right side, caught by Green. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Play action. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sutton. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He completes it right side to White. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And this is incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind, it's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! Quintez Cephas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Golden Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Weaver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. He's got Jack Doyle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins from 8 yards out. And the Hounds have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
24, Hounds 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. On the return, here's Hall. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 1st down, here's White. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Running out of the gun with White. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another run here with Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, Coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, from Memphis, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.